Well, hello guys and gals. Welcome back to another episode here on the Blockheads server. I literally just finished the last episode where we built some more of these houses. What we're doing right here, in case you didn't know, is we're building a medieval city. And what I'm doing is kind of batch building. So I'm working on each sort of component of the city, one sort of thing at a time. So what that means is I built a lot of these stone foundations and kind of the lower levels of these houses. The upper levels comprise of some sort of wood and some bone blocks. And then after that will be the roofs of the builds and then the interiors and stuff. So I think that batch building is going a little bit faster than doing each one custom because you don't have to swap materials all the time. And so that's what we're doing today. So last time we kind of left off with these two houses. I need to finish this one actually. And I'm debating about whether or not to go up a second story because it's already sort of tall as it is. But I need to go sleep and then... All right, so I went ahead and went up an extra story with this one. And then I went ahead and built the one next to it as well. So now you can see this. I was kind of going for kind of that more narrow window kind of thing. So you can see it's a little hard to see with the darker spruce wood. But basically there's like a window there and a window there and a window there and a window there and a window there with this the bone blocks in between. And then I decided to start working on this one, which is going pretty well. And so, yeah. So I'm pretty happy with the way this batch building is going. It's going pretty quickly, actually, and it's kind of interesting way to build. That's for sure. That is for sure. Let's see if we can put a stair there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so that'll do it, and then we'll go here and there and there, and we need to be able to get all the way up to the top here like this. And are we 2 stories up? I think we are. Yeah, we're 2 stories up. Okay, so this one's done as well, and that's really nice. Yeah, I didn't even know Waffle Stick was in here. All of a sudden it said Waffle Stick left. I didn't know he was on. He has to be on so we can leave. Anyway, let's see. Oh, it will let me get that one. I think I can get the one down here too. There we go. Come on. Got it. All right, cool. Yeah, I went with a little bit different color palette here just to kind of mix in some different colors. Obviously, because that's the point of putting in like a different color palette. Anyway, yeah, so there it is, and I'm liking it. I'm liking that we're getting some progress done here. So I think I'm just going to kind of do a few more and show you that and do a little bit of a progress update on this one and see how we're doing with that. I'm kind of in more of a progress updating mood. So I think this is going to look really cool, though, and once we put all the roofs and stuff on these, it's going to look great. It's going to look fantastic. Which one should I do next? I kind of want to do, I don't know, maybe some of these in here and kind of connect it to this area here. All right, here we go. Okay, I made a little bit more progress. I built this building right here, which is kind of interesting because it has kind of this dormer piece that comes out right here. I wanted to do a few more, like, it's not really a dormer, it's just like, I guess, an extension. I wanted to do a little bit more of this sort of thing where like kind of the things extend out from the buildings to give them a little bit more interest. Let's see. I also did this one here, which is essentially a square, and I built it in this style like this. And then it has a couple of these dormers up at the top like that. And then this one here goes actually down quite a ways. So you might remember when, well, I don't know if you saw me build that necessarily, but basically when I did these bases, this one had kind of a taller base. And the reason for that is because it's kind of next to this relatively tall cliff or hill, I guess, that takes us kind of up to the top here. So the top part of the building is kind of available from the street. And then the bottom part is going to be available down there to get into. So that's kind of an interesting one. This one here, I also did so far. And this one here, I decided to have it come out this way and then that way, and then have it not necessarily accessible from the main street here. I don't really know why I did that. Well, I guess that this is more like the main street, because it's basically like when it goes around this, whatever this is going to be, maybe a fountain or something. When it goes around this sort of central open area, it actually splits into 2, and then one of them goes that way and the other one goes this way. So this is kind of like a secondary street, but it's also kind of a main street. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this one goes up and over that way, where that one, so that's probably the main road through the town. Anyway, yeah, so it kind of goes like this, and then it's going to have this tower out the back of it, like that I'm going to put roof stuff on, eventually. I'm not exactly sure how that tower is going to look, so it might actually have a little bit of this kind of thing on it, like with the wood and the bone blocks and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to do a few more of these, I think, kind of off camera-ish, and see how we're doing. I feel like we're making some good progress here. Like the city is starting to kind of rise from just the foundations. So I'm really happy about that. Really liking what I'm seeing right now. Liking what I'm seeing. Looks good. Okay, I need to go to sleep. Like in the game. Okay, well, I have not been on the server here for a good week, at least. I think it's been a week since I've been on. And I just got done kind of with recording, not a recording session, but like Waffle Stick likes to stream on Fridays, and sometimes I jump on and join him on his stream, kind of. And we talk and joke around with those on the stream. So check out Waffle Stick's channel so you can join that if you want to. And I think he streams on Twitch. I think it's Twitch. Anyway, yeah, I'll try to remember to put a link to that in the description if I remember. But I should at least have a link to his channel there so you can see it. But anyway, what I've done is I've actually put in quite a bit of work. And I decided to do it that way just because this is kind of repetitive. Like I'm just kind of doing the same sort of thing. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, of course, to make the builds different. But for the most part, it's, go up a few blocks and then go over a few blocks and then fill it with some bone blocks or some sort of variation of that in one way or another. And we've gotten quite a bit of them done. So we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know where I left off last with this process, but I think it's looking really good. It's looking really... I can't wait till like all of the builds are done and the city just like is filled and everything. Because it's starting to really fill in the landscape and look really quite cool. Really quite cool. And you might remember from like a previous episode that these yellow ones are going to be like inns or tavern kind of things. They might just all be inns. I don't know. But basically, like, this is going to be an inn. I've got a special design for that I have in mind. That one's going to be an inn. And then there's a few other ones that I'm just leaving blank to do more other interesting builds. Maybe use some, like, blackstone in some of them. Kind of more like that one in the background that we did over here, where it had the glass in it and stuff. You might remember this one from a few episodes ago that we did. It's builds like this where it's going to be a little bit different than what I've got kind of going on with my batch building. So that's what these are about. But once I get most of these ones that I'm doing more kind of the standard ones, I guess, standard-ish ones, then I think this place is going to be really nice and full. And I'm pretty excited about it, actually. It's been nice to kind of get back to this. Yeah, after a couple of weeks. It feels like it's been 2 weeks. It hasn't been 2 weeks, but I haven't put much work on it in the last couple of weeks. So I've been focusing on some of those Frank Lloyd Wright houses and messing around with some other stuff on my channel as far as video formats. And then also my day job has taken its toll on me a little bit. Actually, I had like spring break. I don't know why I didn't work on this on spring break. I was just trying out other things during that time. But anyway, look at this. Look at this. It's really happy. I like these. They're going to be really cool when they get the decorations on them, obviously. And the roofs, I think they're going to look really nice. Really nice. And we're standing right here in a green perimeter where this is going to be like a big church grounds. I probably won't do the entire thing as the church, but there will be, this is like the perimeter of the church, like grounds, if that makes sense. So, yeah, like a big cathedral or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I really can't wait till this build is completed. But yeah, here we go. Let's fly around. I like to fly around this area. Looks pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Well, I'm going to continue doing this and see where we get to. See how many builds I can get done. What I really need to do is grab some more dark oak, because I've got a few dark oak ones in here that I started with dark oak, and I want to like kind of keep it consistent. I don't want to switch to like a different wood color. There's like that one, and well, I guess there's not that many. There's only a couple. Only a couple. All right, onward and more building. And more building I have done. It looks like I'm standing on the same building as I was, maybe, I don't even remember. But it's been several weeks, at least a couple of weeks, maybe more than that, since I last recorded a Blockheads video. And I'm very happy to be playing on Blockheads again. I've just been really, really busy with work, really tired, been doing some surfing, also been working on some other videos with, some of the other videos I put out recently. And so I just have not done much work on this build. Well, actually I've done a ton of work, but I just haven't recorded much. So you can see like all of this that I've recorded. Yeah, this right here is going to have a stone tower built around it. So don't think like, what the heck is that thing? So all of these are like, partially built houses without roofs. And that means we need to build the roofs next. And I'm not really sure, like, I know it's like super boring to watch somebody build the same roof over and over and over again. And so I don't really want to do that, but I also don't want it to be like another 2 weeks until I record another clip here. So yeah, I don't exactly know, but I've done lots of these houses. This is the one I did most recently. So it's kind of the L-shaped ones. I kind of figured out on these L-shaped ones that it's nice to do kind of like, well, it's kind of a cool shape anyway. Anyhow, that's fun. And then we have a couple of these ones. I was trying to, oh yeah, this one was really cool because it has this sort of balcony coming out here on the side. Whoops, I went into that other building. It has this kind of like weird balcony coming out on one side. Now they all look so boxy because they don't have the pointy roofs on them. They're not going to look this boxy when they're done, of course. But this one is kind of interesting. This one I like a lot with where it kind of has like this, the narrower windows kind of thing that we did way back when we built kind of in that area over there. Let's see, anything else that's particularly interesting? This one here is, of course, this in here like has some interesting ones. Where was that one with the crazy stairway? That one's kind of fun. That one's fun. There's a lot of fun ones. I tried to make each one kind of have its own uniqueness while still following kind of a basic pattern. This one here has kind of these narrow windows and the other ones, the more standard ones. Yeah, there's a couple I'm trying to find, but of course I can't find them right now. Oh yeah, this one. I had built like this weird dormer thing sticking out of this one. Like this. I kind of like that. That one's fun. That one has an incomplete fireplace. This one here I wanted to complete, but I don't want to do it right now. I'm just going to say it's done for now, even though it's not done. Because there's still like multiple houses in between that I still need to do. So there's that one, there's that one, there's that one. I might need to do there's that one, and that one. And I might even fill in some of the space with even more of these. But again, the reason that I'm leaving these blank is so that if the builds become too repetitive, I have an opportunity to place houses within them that will be of a different style so that it'll break up the repetition. I was just kind of afraid of this batch building method to be too repetitious, and it kind of is a little bit more repetitious than I wanted it to be, but I was trying to make a point of not repeating the exact same house over and over again. And I think I've kind of achieved that. Every single one of them, they have similarities, but they're also unique. So as I'm looking over all of these builds, I'm actually pretty happy with how everything turned out even with this batch building style. Here's another one of these that has kind of the dormer sticking out of it like that. So that's what I'm talking about. Like I did a lot of these like 3x3s, the 3x3 windows like this, where it's kind of like a square, and then an opening in the center with these bone blocks. But then also, adding things like this now and then, doing this now and then, this type of thing right here. But then there's that same pattern. And then this one is that same pattern, but like pushed back a block. This one has that same pattern, but it's like on an L shape, and then it's going to have a couple dormers at the top. So this one has kind of that same pattern, but it's pushed back and it has the narrow windows. But as you can see, there's like some similarities between them all. But I try to make each one unique. And I know I've said that like 3 times now, but I'm just kind of showing you like kind of like the highlights, I think. It's just kind of like a scan around. And I'm kind of scanning around to look back at stuff. I haven't actually looked back at any of these in any detail. Just been kind of looking over the whole city as a whole to see how it's going as a whole. And I think I'm really, really happy with it. And as the roofs start to come up, it's going to fill in really nicely. And then as we build these buildings that are in between, it's going to fill in really, really, really well. Okay, so I've done several. Well, I haven't done like a full roof yet. And the reason being is because I realized that it takes quite a bit of inventory space to hold all of these different types of blocks, these stones and the cobblestones and the cracked stone bricks and everything. It takes quite a bit of inventory space to hold all that. So what I think I'm going to do is do kind of the edging of all of the roofs first and then fill them in or something akin to that. So I've been working on this kind of edging, the cobblestone and stone, which a lot of the builds already have. But I did want to switch over and do things like, black stone and some, this one here has the dark oak edging, and this one here is just a spruce edging and so on. And so I'm just working right now with the cobblestone and stuff. So I did this one here, which kind of has like an asymmetrical kind of thing going on. That was actually, no, it's this one. This one was a total accident that it got asymmetrical, but that's fine because some of them need to be asymmetrical to make it look more real and more sort of homely, I guess you could say. This one here, I did kind of a dormer over the top of this, which kind of looks a little funny now that I've kind of looking at it. I probably should have, yeah, need to fix that actually. And then I did this one here, which is, I think looks pretty cool actually. It kind of has the odd ones here and then the even ones here, where it kind of comes up to a thicker point on the even side. So that one looks pretty cool, I think. And then we've got, let's see, which other one? I did this one. This one's pretty normal, pretty standard. I don't know why I'm getting that glitchy thing going on. I think it's when it loads chunks. It's just kind of glitching a little bit. I feel like I did another one somewhere. Anyway, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to do more of it. I swear I just did another one. I guess this is the last one I did. Oh, well, I will continue working, like I said, and hopefully we'll get a bunch of these done. All right, so I did a few more of these things. Let's take a look. Here we are. So yeah, I'm trying to scatter them around properly. It's kind of like the tricky part. I keep like second guessing myself as far as which ones to do in the cobblestone and which ones to do in like a different style. So I think I need a few more cobblestone ones over here, or stone ones, I guess. That's a mixture of stone, cobblestone, cracked stone bricks, regular stone bricks, and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to switch materials now. I'd like to do a few more of the blackstone. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch to blackstone and do a few in blackstone. See how that works. And then maybe switch back to cobble and the regular stone and see how many of those I have. Because these little roof points, they're starting to come together. I did a few with dormers. I do want to put some more dormers here and there. So, yeah, so just because these ones, like that one doesn't have a dormer or that one over there, doesn't mean they're not going to have dormers when I do the completed building. So I think this is going faster. I might need to be doing like one-off builds from this point forward, but I'm going to keep going with this idea and see, just kind of see how things go and see if it's going to continue to be faster doing it sort of this batch build method. But I'm pretty happy with the way this is turning out, honestly. It's starting to look more like a full-on city, and it's also very slideshowy at the moment. I think it has to do with the chunk loading as I'm sliding around here. Anyway, onwards and upwards, let the blackstone begin. Okay, so not only did I do some blackstone, but I also did some dark oak as well, because I think that that's going to look really good. I mixed in just a little bit of the dark oak, not a ton of it. So I just want to kind of show you guys where we're at so far. I think what I need to do is kind of go back to the cobblestone and stone. But there's that one. I really like the dormers on that one. It turned out well. And then I did like that one is a black stone, of course. And then, yeah, I sprinkled in one there as my screen glitches out there. And there's a black stone. And here's one right here with a couple of dormers. And then just kind of sprinkled here and there. There's one. Let's see. I thought there was one in here somewhere. Well, it looks like maybe we need another one in here. But my problem is I'm out of dark oak and I'm out of some of the stones that I need. I'm out of cobblestone and I'm out of the crackstone bricks. So I need to go ahead and get some more of that stuff and build a few more. But this city is starting to turn. I mean, you can see the roofs. The peaks of the roofs kind of coming into view, and it's starting to look more like a city instead of a collection of weird rectangular shapes. Yeah, it's starting to look better. I'm really pleased with the way this is turning out so far. So I'm going to keep working on it like this, and I'll give you another progress update. It's kind of a huge project to do in one episode, but I kind of need to get it done. You know what I mean? Like, I could seriously spend like 80,000 episodes on this one area. But anyways. All right. Well, I have been working quite a bit on these gable ends. And as you can see, I've gotten most of them done. This one here, I'm not sure what to do with this thing. But all these other ones, like, I've gotten quite a few of them done. And I'm really happy with the way that this is starting to look. Of course, what we need to do, though, is we need to actually fill in the gable ends, which I think is going to be my next task here. I kind of set up my inventory to sort of start doing some roofs. But I think what I need to do is get the gable ends done first. So, like, actually fill in these ends right here. Like, as you see on these builds here, that, you know, I have to basically take the underlying structure up and then put in some more bone blocks to fill in the ends of it. Otherwise, I'm going to have a bunch of roofs and no filled in gable ends. And usually what I do is I do those first, and then I think, I have to fill in the gable. But I think I'm going to do it the other way around. And then I'm going to fill in the gable and then put the actual roof area on. So I actually did this one here, and this roof turned out interesting. I tried to... This build kind of has partly flat and partly diagonal on the front here. And I actually was able to make the roof do that as well. So I followed the diagonalness. Diagonalness? Is that a word? Anyway, it's now a word. The diagonalness of the diagonal part and then the straightness of the straight part. And I think it actually turned out really nicely. So, yeah, that was kind of a thing that I had never tried before. So that's definitely going to be a thing that we're going to do on some other builds. Because I have a couple others that could be done that way. Like there's that one down there. And there's that one down there, and a few others where we haven't, built the entire building yet. So anyway, I'm going to work on filling in these gable ends, and I will let you know when I have that accomplished. Okay, well, it has been a little while longer, but I have done some more progress. And that progress is I have filled in the ends of our gables. We'll take a look really quickly here. Let me trigger Scout. There you are, Mr. Scout. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, I've got some gable ends here. That one needs to be fixed a little bit, but other than that, these ends, they look good. So I filled those in, and we are ready to do the actual roof sections on these builds. And I think they look pretty darn good. This is a lot of work, a lot of blocks placed. I wonder how many blocks I've placed. I think there's a way you can look into that, but I don't know if I really want to. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. But unfortunately, I don't think that I'm going to have time in this particular episode to finish off all the roof sections, like filling in like the actual like roof. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get that done. Who's this guy? Oh, well, look at you. What are you doing? You know what I can do? I can look inside your brain. Ha ha. I can look inside your brain. There ain't nothing in here. Not that I was surprised by that. There's literally nothing in here. This is what it's like to be. All right, I'll stop you guys. Ooh. Except I do have to kind of deal with this guy now that I know he's there. We got to deal with him, right? We got to shoot him. Well, this has been Hex. I hope you've had an amazing, awesome, beautiful day. I hope you've enjoyed this little episode of the Blockheads. And now I have whatever that thing is, the bad omen disease or whatever it is. So I got to deal with that. So I'm going to go deal with my disease. You have a wonderful day and God bless.